everyone. You're watching Pitch Battle. I'm your host, Indranil. What can I say? I mean, few days ago, there were talks about how Rohit Sharma won't be playing T20 cricket. I was party to it. And he might not play the white ball cricket at all. He might just focus on Test cricket and IPL. That was a rumor coming from Mumbai. I don't know how much of it is true, but the way he played against Australia in the Super 8 game, last league match of the Super 8, I'm at loss of words, to be very honest. Expected Rohit to be there like that. Of course, he has those stroke making abilities. The way he maneuvered, the wind blowing in that stadium in St. Lucia, it was absolutely perfect. I mean, the way he used that piece of Mitchell Stark, that one over where he scored those 29 odd runs, that made a lot of difference. That was what Rohit Sharma we have always associated with. He's been around for such a long time, and he's truly special. And to take that discussion forward, we're joined by, of course, Avinash and Shaka. Gentlemen, welcome. It's getting very interesting and
Thank you.
very juicy. Was it a 29 run over from, was it 29 if I'm not mistaken?
29.
Avinash,
Yes.
pleasantly surprised. Like Rohit's performance yesterday, I can assure you, Virat Kohli was pleasantly surprised. But you know the basic difference between these two cricketers, when Rohit gets a 50 plus score, he doesn't bother about 100. But when Virat gets a 50 plus score, he ensures he gets 100. That's the basic difference. Your thoughts on that?
It was a fine knock and a long time coming kind of a performance from Rohit Sharma. We were all expecting him to go all guns blazing against Bangladesh and Afghanistan as well in the previous Super 8 games, but that didn't come. Hopefully, it came at a very crucial time. Team India had to win this game and send a statement before they traveled to Guyana for the semi-finals against England. But it was a complete batting performance from Rohit Sharma, at least. Virat Kohli again getting dismissed for a duck, five-ball duck, and we've seen him getting dismissed uh, for not a couple of times in this tournament already. That doesn't augur well for a player of Virat Kohli's caliber, stature, and even his fans must be disappointed because we all
But
know,
but
and
but one
the
more
entire
thing.
world
I'm
knows.
sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah,
Sorry to interrupt you. I don't mind Virat Kohli scoring nothing as long as team is winning.
yeah, of course. But
Even Virat
just
doesn't
imagine
mind. Even
if you
Virat
two
doesn't
of your
mind.
biggest. Yeah, I mean, no player would mind if he is not scoring any runs or not, unable to contribute with the bat and the team still manages to win. But going into the big match, because the history that we've had against England in the last edition that we saw in the semi, I mean, we were sailing through the tournament, and when we entered in the semi-finals, the hopes were high that we'll be able to defeat English side, which is also going, I mean, which has been going through a role, but that didn't happen. I mean, the batters didn't perform to the expectations. At least they should have added some extra runs, and also the bowling fizzled out at the business end of the tournament, and when it mattered the most. Hopefully, it doesn't happen in the upcoming game, but definitely Rohit Sharma coming to form, scoring runs, getting some runs under his belt is a good sign, and the way he decimated Aussie bowlers was one of the highlights for me because you never see a Rohit Sharma who generally struggles against left arm pacers and he's going all guns blazing against Mitchell Stark. And let's not forget that Mitchell Stark has been his nemesis and left arm pacers have been his nemesis. And eventually he succumbed to a delivery from Mitchell Stark at the end of the day when he was batting on 92. So definitely a lot of positives for Rohit Sharma, the batter, Rohit Sharma, the captain. But we would love to see Rohit Sharma, the opener, batter, again do something similar in the upcoming matches. If India wishes to win the tournament, Rohit Sharma will have to play a key role.
Well, it was league match, wasn't it? I mean, we want to see them doing the same when you're playing a knockout game. But Rohit actually adopted a different technique because he was getting most of his deliveries on the pads. Yesterday we saw he opened the legs, his leg. He moved his leg, his left leg away from the line of the ball. Because what happened, they used to just cramp him for style for hitting the ball on the onside. He used to bowl to his body. And Rohit did a very clever thing. He took his left leg away from the line of the ball so that he can whack the ball. And that six, one of the last, I mean, it was probably the last six of Mitchell Starc, which he hit on the mid-on boundary. That was a sign that Rohit has actually adjusted quite well. I mean, all of a sudden, towards the fag end of his T20 career, he's able to hit the ball, hurl towards his body. There has to be something different he has done, and that was he opened his stance a little bit, which was an amazing thing. And we also have a Rohit Sharma fan in Shaka who has been, uh, you know, when Rohit does well, he's right on cloud nine. Yesterday was no different. Shakya,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've followed Rohit's career from the time he first played for India. And I've been a
even I
huge
have
fan of
followed also.
his right from
Even I have followed
right
also.
from that. But yes, yesterday's innings was very, very special. His special, I mean, one of the best innings that he's played in his whole career across formats. And he's the captain. He led from front. He made us. Also, yesterday, India was obviously aware of certain permutations and combinations which come into play because if Australia chase the target down in 15.3 or 15.3 overs, they would have gone ahead of India's NRR. This whether if it was 200 or if it was 180, if it was 160, that would have been the case. So India obviously, the higher the score is, the more you eliminate that risk from taking place. And from it was very clear from ball one, Rohit was making his intent clear, and it was very important to make that intent clear. An excellent innings. I mean, some of the shots he played yesterday were absolutely glorious. That slog sweep offense, which over long on, what a glorious shot! I mean, I can't think of too many better shots I've seen an Indian batter play. And the way he Adam, someone, one of the world's best leg spinners, and someone who's dismissed Rohit quite frequently. So, absolutely wonderful display by Rohit yesterday. And it's all right if he missed his 100 because he set a good example. It was also important for India to finish first because there is a chance that the semi final at Guyana, that there's a huge rain threat that looms over that semi-final at Guyana, and the weather forecast says 80% rain as of now. So we can't. India will have to prepare. If there's no reserve day for that match, so it was very important that India topped the group as well. Uh, as for Mitchell Stark, I'm not taking anything away from Rohit's
We'll
performances.
come to that. We'll come to that. We'll come to
Yeah,
that. I mean, I want to know about
yeah,
Rohit only. Just continue our discussion on Rohit Sharma. Really is mesmerized. It was absolutely breathtaking, to be very honest. Avinash,
breathtaking.
can Rohit play a knock like this in a knockout game?
That's the $1 million question, Dada. And everybody expects him to play because we've seen him do something. I mean, the Rohit Sharma is one of the greatest white ball players of this generation. But a knock in a knockout match, in a crunch match when the tournament is on the line, we have not seen Rohit Sharma do that. And if you are leading by example, you wish to leave a lasting memory and a legacy in world cricket, not just in Indian cricket, you will have to play a career-defining knock. I mean, he's played a lot of career-defining knock, but the knock that he might love to be related to should actually come in a knockout match or in a game when you are playing a semi-final or a final. Because MS Dhoni is remembered for his 97 against Sri Lanka in the ODI World Cup. Gautam Gambhir is remembered for his 91 runs. Yuvraj Singh is remembered for his six sixes and obviously his entire contribution in the 2011 and the 2007.
Well, Shakya, I want to go
Yeah,
back to you about Rohit Sharma, the way things are looking. I mean, the way he batted. In fact, the rest of the teammates looked so ordinary. Even Rishabh Pant looked so ordinary. Surya, I mean, whosoever came and played, Rohit really raised the bar so high. Uh, that was something spectacular. I've
yeah,
not
yeah.
seen Rohit playing like if his T20 form has to be considered in last 3 4 years. He's not been so powerful the way he showed yesterday. So, do you think this knock may have revived his white ball fortunes a little bit?
White ball, yes, but I think it's time. This should be the end of his. I hope he doesn't play any T20 cricket beyond this because there are very good players lying in wait. But white ball, yes, white ball. Of course, I think he can carry on playing ODI cricket. Though I'm told that there is a diktat, but not there's not a diktat. There's one of the suggestions which Gautam Gambhir put out in his proposal to is that if India does not win the 2025 Champions Trophy, uh, Virat Kohli and Rohit, senior players, he didn't take their names, but senior players may not be beyond. If India does win the Champions Trophy, why can't Rohit and Virat be considered for ODI cricket? I feel ODI cricket is a most needs you to be a little bit more skilled to T20, and T20 there are many contenders. So I would say that I think Rohit should step away from T20 cricket regardless of the outcome of this World Cup.
I mean, that's what I'm looking at. I was looking for an answer like that, but without taking any being disrespectful to what Rohit has done to Indian cricket, and he's been around for such a long time. Who would forget his 2007 final knock, which was quite impressive. I thought, and the way he's taken everything on his stride, the way he's was not picked in the 2011 World Cup, the way he came back. Everything is just a fairy tale in my opinion. And the way he's become the captain, and he's enjoying that hot seat. I mean, I wonder what his franchisee would be thinking after seeing the way Rohit played. Uh, this is what cricket. Cricket. You can't actually never undermine a cricketer. That's the best way. You can be critical of his ability to score consistently, but you can't just rule out any cricketer. The difference is very negligible. So when you talk about a cricketer, when you talk about the franchisee cricket, and when you see them actually playing for the country, I mean, look at I mean, Hardik Pandya is a perfect case. I mean, look where he was during IPL, and look where he is when he's doing the job for the country. When he sees that tricolor, his entire uh, thinking changes. He's a different kettle of fish. Shakya, your thoughts on how you should never judge book by its cover. You should see what is inside.
No, absolutely, and like no, if you look at it, Rohit Sharma has himself advocated that IPL should not be the yardstick, but uh, still, I mean, there were a lot of conversations and why is Rohit playing, and even this World Cup, they're saying Rohit should step down and let Jaiswal come in. There were many players who were doing very quite well in the IPL as well, but I think Rohit has proved his doubters wrong. But yesterday was a spectacular innings. I mean, yesterday was something just completely out of the blue. I mean, I didn't expect this to come from Rohit. I mean, just the kind of shots he played, the shots he played, the way those sixes he hit over off the slog sweep, the pull shot that he hit over a deep mid wicket. Some of the shots were really of the highest quality. I mean, I can't. That's all I can say. I mean, this is terrific. Whatever I saw.
But I mean, expected Australia to be a little more, uh, I mean, judicious. I mean, as far as the way I was watching the match and the way I thought it should have, as long as Head was there on the crease, they were still in with a chance. But somehow, Head has got like a definite love affair going with the Indian bowlers. He loves feasting on Indian bowlers. Those that 163, 137. And again, yesterday almost took the match away from India. And I'm just praying that they are not back in the semi-final slot again, or we meeting Australia in the final. I hope. And in fact, the captain, Australian captain, made it very clear that go Bangladesh, go for it. So if Bangladesh would beat, I think
They
60
already
odd runs,
have
they can
beaten.
even qualify. So the group is
So
quite
Indra,
open. The last match is going to decide everything.
yeah, just to Bangladesh has, Afghanistan has beaten Bangladesh and qualified for the semi-finals. But coming to your point about Australia, uh, there was some criticism about why Mitchell Stark did not play the last match, and they played a second spinner because Mitchell Stark is a match winner, as is Pat Cummins. Josh Hazelwood is a good bowler, but Josh Hazelwood will never blow an opposition apart like, say, a Mitchell Stark would. And even yesterday, Josh Hazelwood was their best bowler. But yesterday I thought Mitchell Stark was not 100%. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Rohit Sharma's innings, but he didn't seem to be at full tilt yesterday. But then again, Australia took that gamble. Mitchell Stark at 70, 80% is still better than someone else at 100%. And they took that gamble. It
True.
didn't work. And 200 plus was a big score. Was a big score. India bowled well, especially
But
the spinners. I think
I
the
thought it was
one big difference between this surface and the one that we took on Australia in the World Cup final was this was I guess the fact that this was a day match really played to India's advantage because the ball turned when Australia was batting, which is something which did not happen in that World Cup final, where the first innings and the second innings appeared to be two different surfaces. A lot of that has happened because of the dew and because it was a day-night match and all that. But Australia, again, more point about Australia is there'll be questions asked about Australia captaincy because Patrick Cummins, he was the Test captain, he was the ODI captain. If Australia, they're very demanding, so they don't you don't win the titles, you get judged. So if Australia did not win the ODI World Cup, you never know what would have happened to Pat Cummins. He may have been dropped from the ODI team. He may have lost the captaincy. But he won, and look at where he went from there. He not only got that recognition in Australia, he was also picked for more than 20 crores in the IPL and got the captaincy of an IPL franchise over an established captain. I don't
all
push
right,
for
all
that
right.
high for that high
Yeah.
in this
I've
World
understood.
Cup.
Yeah. But we are. Avinash is back. Avinash, where were you playing hide and
I
seek?
got a call.
You got a call. Yeah. The
Yeah, the
biggest,
call,
I
and
think, calling is pitch battle. I think uh,
yes, and
there
that's why
is
I'm back.
no bigger call than pitch battle.
Yeah.
No, but at this age, you shouldn't be playing hide and seek. Do you agree?
Yes, and let's
Yeah,
hope
but
that the rain also doesn't play hide and seek on the
yes, I was coming to
semi-final, in
that.
the
I was
semi-final.
coming to that. Yes, what is this? Whenever India is playing, there is a rain threat. I'm sick and tired of this.
Yeah, we'll blame the ICC for organizing the tournament in such places where the weather conditions are inclement. And let's just keep our fingers crossed that the rain threat doesn't come to Team India's disadvantage this time around. Uh, yeah, so because there's a big rain threat on that given day in Guyana, so everybody is keeping their fingers crossed. The best thing is the Team India has done its part, and now it's up to the rain gods to decide whether it will be a washout or not. They what was in their hands, they ended up doing that. They finished the Super 8 stage as the best team, the number one team in the group stage. So that would eventually help them if the match gets washed out, and they'll automatically get a promotion uh, in the finals. But I don't want that. I want a good final semi-final to happen. The best team and it should be Team India. They should qualify for the finals, and because you need to have momentum. It's very important, and we've seen in the past as well. I mean, a lot of gaps, a lot of break before a crunch encounter tends to do you harm more than the good it does. So if the team is in good shape, the momentum is there, they should be in a better rhythm to perform in the final. Because let's not forget, it's just a day's gap between the two matches.
What
Oh,
happens
I can.
is that when these selectors and the coaches are interviewed by the BCCI Cricket Advisory Committee, the most common question is whether why India is not winning the ICC event. And second question is, do you think we are like South Africa? But just imagine if India South Africa would play the T20 World Cup final. How will it look?
Is it for
I
me?
mean, it would be a great, yeah, it could be
No,
a great
please,
sight
please.
for sure. I mean, there are two of the teams. I mean, South Africa have been labeled the chokers for quite a long time. But if you look at the last 10 years or 11 years of ICC cricket history, Indians have been the biggest chokers because they've eventually fizzled out either in the semi-finals or in the finals. So more than two or three occasions, we've seen the Indian team choking in crunch moments and crunch games. So both the teams, if they eventually make it to the finals, will definitely either of the two will be able to shed the chokers tag, whether it's India or South Africa. So I think it will be a battle of equals because so far these two teams have been unbeaten, and if they end up winning their respective semi-final matches, then definitely
Uh,
they would still be unbeaten, and the best team of the tournament would be decided in the final. So I am putting my uh, hand for this India and South Africa match in the finals.
so we are a serious contender. Shakya, what do you say?
Yeah, yeah, we've definitely so far performed better than expected, and beating Australia is something that was not something that was on the cards before the tournament. I mean, and it's come as a bonus. It's going to raise everyone's, it's going to boost everyone's morale. And this is the 41st. Today is the 41st anniversary of our victory in the 1983 World Cup, and there are a lot of parallels. Uh,
Yeah.
like even in that World Cup, we had knocked out Australia in the last league match, and even this time we have knocked out Australia in the last league match. We are not, and we are going to face England in the semi-final. Now, there's a good chance that match can be a washout, which would send India through. Let's see if it is a washout. But as of now, they're talking about 80% rain threat there. But India is definitely performed well above what was expected of them before this tournament.
How
And
many times have you seen that 1983 movie?
I've seen it. I've seen it three times.
I wonder. I wonder.
But no, it's like it'll be quite poetic. It'll be quite poetic if India actually wins this tournament in June. And what a great achievement that will be. But we also have newcomers in the semi-final now. We've got Afghanistan in the semi-finals now, and Afghanistan is like uh, today there were many chances that they may not go over the line today, but Afghanistan found a way to win, and they won the skin of their teeth. Well, I mean, won by about 7 runs. The thing is that there were many occasions when it seemed that they may not win the match. So even Afghanistan, they won't be easy. They won't be. This is somewhat like Sri Lanka in the 1996 World Cup. This is the side which is playing with nothing to lose. So, and with South Africa, who have a habit of choking, you never know if maybe it could be Afghanistan also who could reach the final. So they're playing really really well.
All right. So, I mean, you should pay a visit to Kabul also when you find time, Shakya. You're loving Afghanistan so much. But uh, Avinash, how difficult will be England from here on? Because, 2022, I can't forget the loss we had, and they are all ready for it. Mm, Losing by 10 wickets. Oh, I can't ever imagine that
Yes.
kind of a thing being repeated again. And
The best thing for India this time around is that they have Jasprit Bumrah, who was missing in that tournament. He's
yes,
been hands down the best bowler of the competition. We've seen what he did yesterday. I mean, in the first spell, he went for. I mean, he was not that economical. He went for some runs. He didn't pick up a wicket. But in the second spell, right after he was introduced, he got the breakthrough which Team India were looking for, and that was the turning point of the match. Because had if he had not got that wicket, uh, Australia were cruising. So once again, Jasprit
losing.
Bumrah proving, yeah. So he keeps on proving how good a bowler is he and why he's such a highly rated player in the tournament. And he's definitely going to make a difference. Let's also not forget the fact that Jasprit Bumrah has also not delivered the way he's been delivering in the group stages and the round robin stages in an ICC tournament. I mean, the memories of Jasprit Bumrah playing in an ICC final. I mean, if we just refresh our memories, it's the 2017 Champions Trophy between India and Pakistan, and he bowls that no ball, overstepping no ball to Fakhar Zaman. We get a wicket, and then Fakhar Zaman ends up scoring a century, and India losing the match by a big margin. Uh, Last year we saw against Australia, though it was a very different kind of a pitch, but one of the biggest reasons why we could win that match was our pacers, especially Mohammad Shami and Jasprit Bumrah, were not able to the, do something what they've been doing throughout the season. Yes, we got some early breakthroughs, but you needed some pressure being applied on the Aussies in the middle overs as well, which didn't happen in Ahmedabad. But here we've seen a team which is doing exceedingly well. First up in the power plays, wrapping it up very well in the death overs, and the middle overs also we've seen Kuldeep Yadav doing such a fantastic job for Team India last evening. So Kuldeep Yadav coming to the party, he's definitely making his presence felt and making most of the opportunities that is getting it. And he, along with Jasprit Bumrah, are going to be key for India against England because we know the English middle order is so vitriolic. I mean, and Kuldeep can create the difference.
Avinash, I before we wrap the show, just wanted to tell you one thing. Any special puja being organized by BCCI to ensure we don't sort of struggle in the knockout game? Yet another knockout match.
I hope not. I hope not.
All right. Any special puja being organized by BCCI? Any news?
Yeah, yeah, I hope not. Shouldn't be any thing of that sort. Let's just hope the team goes there, puts its best foot forward, ends up winning the match, goes to the finals, and then there again leaves all the bitter memories of the past and create a fresh memory in this decade because the last decade is long gone.
All right, all right. This is what we think deep down inside. We want India to win at any cost. We've been sort of hungry for an ICC trophy for 11 long years, and the fact that every time there is a tournament happening, we have our team playing the semis or the finals. At this time, at least cricket God would be fair to us. Uh, I mean, they say God has to be fair to the opposition. And all this while, the opposition has been getting all the advantage. It's time for us to get some smile at the end of it. All is well that ends well. Thanks a lot, Avinash Shakya, for coming and sharing your thoughts on a great tournament which is going India's way so far. And hopefully we'll finish it on a high like that. Thanks a lot and keep watching Pitch Battle. See you soon on the next episode.